the fastest growing podcast in the whole world. Well, Caesar Plus is my name. Namhlanje we are hosting Bongani Baloyi, leader ye Xiluva. Ngibiza right, Bongani?
Perfect. I'll be there. I'm not food.
Ngibize kamnandi. Ngiyazizwa nami ukuthi I gotta try this time. Hey, it wasn't easy, but
Yeah.
I managed fine. Bongani, ngicela introduce my brother.
My name is Bongani Baloyi. I'm the present founder and leader of a new political party called the Xiluva, which is going to contest for elections in 2024 in all provinces. But currently, we are building branches and organizing ourselves.
So bocabanga nje amavote enizowathola azonifakela ama-seats amangakhi eParliament. I understand bathi proportional representation akudlala. You get there according to the number of votes owatholile. So nibheke kumavote amangakhi. And
Look,
the
if we
city,
can
how many
get
votes, by the way,
anywhere,
just educate us.
one vote is about 40,000 votes. I mean, sorry, one seat in Parliament is about 40,000, 45,000 votes equates to one seat.
Yes.
So we are confident that we just get in excess of about maybe 10%, between 7% and 10%. Futhi singenza isimanga esikhulu if we really mobilize and grow the party the way it's growing. So sinethemba kakhulu ukuthi ikusasa lethu is going to be quite surprising to many people.
But that is good thing in politics of today. Nithi ninama-seats mhlampe awu-4 or 5 uthole kodwa ekugcineni nini-decide ne.
But akuyona into enhle le. I've seen ama-coalitions. Ama-coalitions are yield anything positive for the community and the stability of the institutions. Instead, ama-coalitions have actually showed ukuthi they erode governance, they erode stability of the institutions. Ngoba akusekho i-political center yodwa. So wonke umuntu sekanezwi elilingana futhi elifana nabanye, which is not a good thing for governance. So we hope ukuthi whatever we do, we're able to contest and get a decisive number to implement something positive for abantu bethu.
So Bongani, ngiya-understand mina ukuthi wena nje umuntu nje ogilima at the age of 26 ube yimeya laphana eMidvaal, if I'm getting that one ngendlela right. eMidvaal ube yimeya for 2 terms and doing exceptionally well. Iqala le ndaba yakho nepolitics.
Sure, ipolitics ngasho ukuthi ngayincela ekhaya, ngayincela ebeleni kamama. Ekhaya kobaba koBaloyi, they were political kakhulu ku-ANC, nomama ku-ANC as well. So ngomlando khabo mama nakhabo baba kusethokoza. So mawazithokoza wazikhumalo street neMnguni street zisondelene kakhulu futhi besondelene kule dispute ebeyikhona between i-IFP ne-ANC ngokuhlala ngoba kuseduze almost 100 meters from a hostel elangasethokoza eKhumalo street. So ngakhulela kwe-environment very political la khona khabo baba ba political nakhabo mama. Instead bakhabo mama were more aligned to EPAC, khabo baba bekwi-ANC. So into engiyibone ngikhula nami ngathola isibindi ke lapho ke ngaqhubeka ngayo then. So it's something ngayibona ngisasemncane, you're grown up into that environment. So into yanginikeza isibindi nami ukuthi ngingasabi ngoba into engikhule ngiyibona yenzeke eduze nasekhaya.
So this thing, because nathi sikhule sazi ukuthi ethokoza kuyaliwa kulwa kakhulu lapha kuma-hostel dwellers thothi kulwa i-ANC ne-IFP ne.
Absolutely. Bekilezo zimpi lezo around 1990, 1992, building up to the first democratic elections. Nezinto zazenzeke ezweni lethu. So umuntu khula kuleyo era where uyabona lezi zinto lezo and the conflict as well. But nokukhula kwami ngabona ukuthi yazi khona izinto ezingenzeki ngendlela ekufanele kwi-society yethu ezihambisana ne-development yabantu abamnyama noma la abantu abamnyama bahlala khona. So ngikhule nje ngiyibuza ngixakekile ukuthi kuyini kwenza ukuthi kungabi ne-development efana nendaweni.
Manje angisakutholi kahle.
Okay, can you hear me manje? Is it much better manje?
Okay. Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear.
Oh, okay, no. No, I think for me, it was about seeing ukuthi khona izinto yenzeki ngendlela ekumele zenzeke ngazo ekuhlaleni kwabantu la kuhlala khona abantu abamnyama khona mangiqhathanisa ngibuka nendawo zabelungu, and that made me curious ukuthi why are we born in an environment efana nalena, kepha abanye bahluke ngebala labo nje, why isimo sabo sihluke kanjena? Is it because of the different skin tone esinazo, noma isiqalekiso ukuthi uNkulunkulu thina akasifuni simele siyosebenzela ezinye izizwe? So my curiosity started there, and enabled by my political upbringing ingiphe nesibindi to ask these very important questions ukuthi ngilandele ngikwazi ukufunda, but at the same time to build a conviction ethi mina I'm going to do something about this.
Sisakhuluma noBongani from Xiluva. Bongani uyangithola manje?
Yes, they cut the foot. Sorry, man. I don't know whether it's my network and
okay, no,
trying
sure.
to come in, man.
No, it's fine. You can continue.
Yeah, so for me, it was realizing that there's something wrong in our society. Why do I need to go to a multiracial school and share scholars said and at the same time, why is it different for abantu abelungu nabantu abamnyama? So you don't know at this stage whether sizalwe because we are destined ukuthi sihlale singabantu abahluphekile, or it's something that's man-made. And if it's something that's man-made, someone must change le simo lesi. So curiosity yami ikhule ngibona mase ngiqhathanisa izimo zalapha bengihlala khona nalapha esifunda khona ukuthi but kunomehluko omkhulu, and why is it the case? And the worst part, leso simo lesi mina ngisiqhathanisa then nabantu ebasema township noma informal settlements or even in rural areas is the same situation. Basabona the big difference ukuthi indawo zabantu abamnyama zinjani mawuhlukanisa nendawo zabantu abelungu. Back then beke indawo zabelungu exclusively, manje sekunabantu abamnyama banemali ukuthi basuke endaweni zabantu abamnyama bahlala la khona abelungu bahlala khona. But it shows you ukuthi this thing is man-made. So if someone does not decide to say but asishintshe yonke lento le, nothing is going to change. And that's the thing elibele ngipha encouragement and drive to keep pursuing. And as a young person to say but angeke ngihlale ngibukele amakhehla athi angisiza, kepha ngiyabona ukuthi abasanawo nokhono ukuthi bangenza kodwa sekusele inhliziyo kuphela. So one has to go in, and hopefully mangiqala mina can inspire others to say but if uBongani ukhona nami ngangena ngizomlekelela sibambe sibaningi lento le.
Na iyazwakala Bongani. So wawusuyapusha-ke wajoyina i-Democratic Alliance. Ngifuna ukuyibamba lapha bese kwi-Democratic Alliance usukapakela laphana eMidvaal as mayor. Bakuthathe ngani ngama ubena leadership qualities or what?
Yeah. Look, firstly, umama ongizalayo uyo wayeka ANC, and then when she moved to the Midvaal, wase waxabana nabaphathi be-Midvaal then bekabelungu kuphela baphethe i-Midvaal kwamamember we-DA, and eventually babona ukuthi you know what, this woman has a lot to offer, so they recruited my mother wagcina bayiphatha khona. Indlela ingiba introduce ngayo kwi-DA, so angiyelanga mina, bengihamba ngiphelezela umzali ngisiza ngilekelela lapho nalapho. So kulama meeting wakhona ngabona ukuthi ngathi banokusaba banovalo ukuyikhuluma into ebonakalayo ekhona esobala. So ngaphakamisa isandla ngakhuluma ke mina ngayicacisa ukuthi mina ngokubona kwami nayi inkinga. And I think that was a mistake in my part ngoba yinto enza ukuthi babone ukuthi I've got courage and I can speak my mind as well and articulate things very clearly from a young age. Kwaba ukuqala kwami ke kungena deeper into politics of the DA until a part where after the 2011 elections elected as a councillor and then appointed as a member of the mayoral committee responsible for economic development of Midvaal. So I served in that position for 2 years, and kule 2 years leyo ngangena lapho ngenza ushintsho. So ngangena ngengqondo yokuthi I need to learn. I mean, at that stage I'm only 24. At 24 anginangane, anginanja, anginakati. So my life stopped. Impilo yami yastopa. Focus on this new environment because I understood what if I can understand the environment learner, I can be able to be effective with output insizakalo amanzi, service delivery, sanitation, what is bonakala emphakathini ziye la mina ngihlala khona ngoba ngifuna ukusiza abantu bala ngiphuma khona mina. So then I was able to make that improvement, and because I knew ukuthi mawumuntu omusha abantu bayakubona beyond in fact then doubt because they know what you don't know. Bathi une-energy, uhlakaniphile kodwa akazi le environment esikuyo. And ngesinye isikhathi mawumuntu omusha uzogcine ulingeka ngokuthi ugijimise izinto ezibukhazikhazi. Because of the position you hold and the salary you have and the environment you are in, ugcina uba ne-access yezinto ongayijwayelanga. Access yotshwala, access yabangani ama-entrepreneurs, and access yabafazi as well. Obabone TV ongajwayelanga nokubabona labantu labo. Bese uyaxakeka ke lapho uzicommit into engamelanga uzenze kuzo. Mina ngaba fortunate ukuthi I was so focused on the institution, and I spent those 2 years reading and understanding and asking questions so I can understand the institution. So Mayor then in 2013 decided to leave and pursue other opportunities. So ngaba ne-vacancy. Kule vacancy leyo nami ngabona ukuthi you know what, naso isikhathi sami ngibe nesibindi lana ngifake application yami. At that stage I was still a student as well. So while I was in the municipality ngangisafunda. So while then we went through a competitive process with DA to appoint a mayor. And we went through selection panel and interview with about 34 people I was interviewer. There were 3 other candidates. Vele ngangena ngiyithemba ngoba ngangiyazi information yasekuyo kumasipala, and most importantly the plan esasithi sizoyi-implementa as a team after being elected in 2011. So I knew ukuthi okwami I must not change things, I must implement the plan. Ngoba the mistake we make as politicians, i-plans sinokwe-associate nomuntu. So sithi no akusase into yethu le into kasizwe, kanti institution nabahlali bayalimala lapho, because halfway then when uzofuna ukufaka into kaBongani kulento ebulalayo, kanti mawuzofuna ukwenza your own plan you must wait for the next term. Mayiqala bese uqala with the new thing. That's how you ensure ukuthi institution ayilimali, ilibele hamba noshintsho, but at the same time when you've got a leader that is emotionally stable, that is mentally stable, and that manages the ego yakhe, that knows ukuthi lento akuseyami akuseyakithi, umkhulu akangiphanga sifa lasekhaya leli, into yabantu ngisebenzela abantu, so kumele ngenze isiqiniseko ukuthi I deliver and there's progress and over a period of time. Kwezinye izinto zifuna nje isikhathi ngiyinikeze sona. So I put my name in, so I competed with 3 other candidates.
So Bongani, I'm sorry to interject, but when awubonanga ithuba lokuhle.
No, amathuba bewamaningi. Amathuba okudla bewamaningi. Inkinga uvalo nonembeza. Because at 24, at 25, I don't have the same life challenges as umuntu ona 50. Yabona laba abadla kakhulu mawubuka nabo sebayazi ukuthi beyond this point le ngiyitholile ayisekho enye ngiyoyithola endlula le. So kumele ngiyenze isiqiniseko ukuthi lokhu ngithole manje ngiqoqe ngoba after lokhu ngiyohlala ekhaya. Mina I didn't have the challenge. Mina I took it this way ukuthi mina kumele ngikwenze lana ukuthi angisebenze umsebenzi wami ungivulele the next door, and the next door izovuleka uma mina ngenze umsebenzi ngayenza konke okumele ngokwenza ukuthi ngidelive ukuthi noNkulunkulu azongivulela nabakithi bangivulele ngikwazi ukuqhubeka ngempilo yami. So a Midval for me was not the end. Many people would think Midval is the end, is the best of your highlight. For me it wasn't the best, it was the start. So lokho kuchaza ukuthi imagine what I can do with higher levels of government mangena khona ngithola ithuba lelo to be able ukuthi ngisebenzele isizwe sakithi. So mina my mind has always been it's a start, it's a stepping stone. I'm a young person, so angeke ngizodlala ngegama lami ngiyifake inkingeni ngathi ngiyikhehla. Ngilona ikhehla, I don't have costs, I don't have girlfriends. Even though ngangiyisoka, but ngeke singene lapho kona. But nje I don't have firm obligations and commitments ezangifake enkingeni.
No, I understand, but I should be means to an end, Midval.
Absolutely. I needed this Midval phase, ukuthi ngize ngikhule and learn governance and learn politics, but equally learn the most important part of how do I serve my people and ensure ukuthi the only thing that I can focus on is how I give them something positive, not about my gain, but the gain of my people.
Podcast affirmation is khuluma noBongani Baloyi leader ye Xiluva. Yeah, but Xiluva, I understand Xiluva. But Bongani usulaphana ke Midval man. I believe ukuthi eMidval usuyishayila iCV yakho isiyanqanqa manje, understand? So manje sekufuna ukumuvela phambili manje. Why Action SA?
Ngeke ngabona ithu. Firstly, ngeke ngabona ukuthi kwi-DA angisaboni ukuthi ba-focus ukuthi bangaba yinhlangano yeningi or ba-capture the hearts and minds of majority of South Africans bazogovernor with majority kulezwe lethu, ngoba sasinethemba ukuthi le nhlangano yabelungu masingenile kuye sizokwazi ukuthi siyishintshe ngaphakathi masenza inhlangano yabantu nabantu bazokwazi ukungena. So mayikhulu inhlangano, it means more black people are able to vote kuma structures wakhona. So basheshe bayibona lento ukuthi hey labantu labazosiphuqa lento esandleni sethu. Ngaba nezinto ezishintshwayo ukwenza isiqiniseko ukuthi ivote lomuntu omnyama from an area engavoteli i-DA li less in terms of percentage compared to amavote abantu bephuma endaweni labavota i-DA khona. So babona, so salahla ithemba ukuthi futhi mase kuhamba ney'nkokheli ey'hlukile ukuthi le project besithi sizoyenza ukuthi sibaphuce esandleni sabo ngoba i-vehicle. So yabona abantu abamnyama bangafunda ukuthi babona ipolitiki as i-vehicle ukuthi le
Bongani.
so i-action, yes. I-network yami seyilimaza mina manje.
No. Yeah, i-network iyathi ngisha kancane, but ungaqhubeka manje, I can hear you.
Okay. Yes. So I saw Action SA as a next vehicle enganama policy esadinga ukushape nokumolda. Ngabona ithuba ukuthi le agenda engifuna ukuyifaka ku mainstream politics ngingakwazi ukuyifaka lana le agenda leyo. So yini le agenda leyo? I-agenda yabantu abamnyama, abantu abansundu, abantu. Yilo agenda yami leyo. Ukuthi lana kumele ungene ucashe kancane uyifihle makuvuleka ithuba bese ulibelo uyabona uyacontribute kuyi-policy kodwa uyayishape ukuthi yaphi lento le towards this agenda ukuthi ikhulume towards izinto ezibalekile for abantu abamnyama. But over time ku-Action SA, I think it did not work out. I'm listening.
I think ungivezela enye into engicabanga ukuthi ibaluleke kakhulu ukuthi ningenile kwi-DA na-infiltrate, of which izinto eyayibalulekile thina besibona nje odaki siconfuse ukuthi why Bongani, why white party and all that stuff, but nina i-plan yenu beni-clear ngayo, understand?
Absolutely. It was very clear.
Yeah, ngikhumbula futhi ukuthi kuyo kwaba nento abayibiza nge-Black Caucus.
Yes.
Were you part of that caucus?
Yes. So besizama with anything and everything possible to consolidate ourselves internally around an ideology ezosiza thina and a bigger project. And obviously over a period of time, because ukuhamba abantu and some changes internally with DA sangabi namandla ukuthi sikwazi ukuqhubeka senze lokho.
No, ngiyakuzwa Bongani, because of isikhathi ngiyacabanga manje ukuthi ake siphinde futhi fast forward siye lapha manje sizoyeqa le ka Herman Mashaba indaba kuba i-spokesperson nationally nanokuba u-chairperson we-province and all the stuff. Ngicela siskiphe leyo because of isikhathi. Ngicela manje ungiphushele i-Xiluva ukuthi iShiluva imeleni, ihloseni, kuzokwenzakalani ngayo, yini le bona ukuthi iyalekha ecabanga ukuyibamba yona ivale leyo void ekhona.
Well, iShiluva ngesizulu imbali, ngesitsonga iShiluva. Sithatha isinqumo ukuthi angeke sibize the Freedom Fighters Association of so and so. Sathi no. Lento esiyenzayo thina siyenzela abantu. So asikhulume, asiqambe ngolimi labantu. Sadecide ukuthi siya kuShiluva. iShiluva it's obviously from ngesitsonga, and most importantly, the reason for igama eqala ngo-X in an indigenous language, sithe, where do we want to be on the ballot paper? We obviously know what to ballot paper, because by ballot paper, and the strategic part of the ballot paper is either you are on top or at the bottom. Sabona ukuthi ngoba kuzabe kune contest eningi at the top, asiyen phansi thina. So Xiluva will be number 2 from the bottom. So angeke usogole mawuyicinga lapha ku ballot paper. Uyoshesha ufike lapha phansi ku ballot paper uvotele for Xiluva. So then the second part is, what does Xiluva do bring differently in politics engekho manje? So we saying i-ideology yethu sithe thina ubuntu, i-ideology yethu. Sithe thina sifuna ukuthi sibe infused nge-ideology yabelungu. So all these ideologies, Marxism, socialism, communism, zonke ama-ideologies aqambe abelungu. So thina sithe no, thina sizoqamba into with the knowledge yabantu abamnyama. So ubuntu thina maso define as 3 things, 3 components. Sithi umuntu abantu. Obviously ekuhlaleni kwabantu abamnyama, before you can do ubuntu, you are part of abantu. Lokho kuchaza ukuthi you must contribute towards the communal good of the society you live in, and it's not a society la khona you put the individual ahead of the collective or the group. So thina kula siqhatha khona nane conventional politics which says umuntu, the individual first and then group second. Thina sithi no, the society according to us abantu abamnyama, abantu is abantu first and then umuntu after that. And obviously, Umuntu has 2 components to them. Umuntu has the physical and the spiritual side of them. And obviously, they respond to these 2 needs differently, but we don't prescribe. And then the second part of Ubuntu is Sintu. Indlela esiphila ngayo, nemithetho eyethu esasiphila ngayo. And obviously, uyezwa nawe umuntu makenza into ephambene kuthiwa lo muntu akusaso umuntu. Sekuyinja noma isilwane lento le. So leyo mthetho ibalulekile because it spoke to who we are as abantu. The third part, amasiko. Sithi amasiko are important to us because it grounds us. Amasiko ayahluka ngoba khona amasiko wendawo, khona amasiko owe-clan, ozungu banesiko labo, but mawuzofika endaweni yonke kunosiko into eyenzakala lapho. So we said Tina will define it according to those 3 things because it's who we are, it's our essence. Masikhuluma ngabantu, sikhuluma about these things. And then kunombuzo ovelayo about these 3 things, which is then who is the custodian of Ubuntu? Before there was government, the custodian of Ubuntu became amakhosi. Amakhosi, the institution yamakhosi, nalawe bebasekela amakhosi either through spiritual guidance, etc., etc. But manje ngoba kunohulumeni, it means ukuthi the custodian needs to be both amakhosi nohulumeni abambela sebenzisana. Inkinga evelela amakhosi ukuthi amakhosi bathathelwa amandla ama-politicians and political parties. That's why uzothola ukuthi even in the village, there's more value in a councillor than inkosi. Abantu mabadinga i-service delivery baya enkosini baya kwi-council. Abantu mabaneyinkinga mawubuka nje abantu abavakashela amakhosi regular labantu abadala, and there's an aging population. Abantu abasha don't see the economic benefit or strategic benefit to be aligned to amakhosi, which is a situation created by uhulumeni wethu ngokuthi uthathela amandla emakhosini onikeza ama-politician. So thina sithi amakhosi futhi are also the custodian womhlaba. Masikhuluma ngomhlaba thina sikhuluma ngento eziwu-3. Sikhuluma with what happens beneath the earth, ama-minerals wethu. Sikhuluma about what happens on top of the earth. Sikhuluma about the laws that govern what happens on top and at the bottom. So abantu amangisi azokutshela about the law of jurisdiction, umthetho wendawo. So thina ngoba sise-Africa, more specifically South Africa, umthetho wabobani esiwusebenzisayo thina across every part of our lives. Akuwona umthetho wesintu noma wabantu. Umthetho that's Roman, Dutch and British law, which iphambana nathi and is protected thina abantu abamnyama. So thina sithe siyahluka ke thina sibuyela kulaba kudala bebabiza amanqaba makufika ama-missionaries okhokho bethu bebangafuni ukuthi basuke ebheshini labo bayongena kwi-missionaries school bafundisa ngoNkulunkulu noma ngoJesu. Thina sibuyela lapho ke thina singamanqaba thina ke abuyela the knowledge of our ancestors, but at the same time saying ukuthi yizwe lokhokho bethu leli. So what we fight for, we must fight for into ezobuyisa isidima so khokho bethu isidima sethu as well. But at the same time mazositshela ukuthi i-constitution lena esinayo eMzansi is the world's best constitution. Kepha buka isimo somuntu omnyama. If i-constitution beyisiza umuntu omnyama, ngabe isimo somuntu omnyama sihluke kakhulu. Ngabe the poverty oyibonayo awuyiboni.
But laphana Mr. Baloyi akuvuki kuwena ukuthi igazi lakho libuye ligijime ey'ndabeni zo-PAC kanjalo ngenxa ye-relative yakho le.
It's likely, I think influencile kakhulu. So nakhona mawubona i-PAC nokukhuluma nge-Pan-Africanist agenda. But the Pan-Africanism also is dated before there was, I mean, just after there was white people. In fact, there's a predate akhona, and I mean, I'm saying ukuthi before kukafika belungu nalana, before even this Pan-Africanist ideology, bekukhona ubuntu nabantu. So we often want to start knowledge abantu abamnyama from the Pan-Africanist point of view, but not saying before Abelung even got here, when there was no Pan-Africanism, there was something yini lento le. So the PA side of my family shaped me as well.
Bongani ngaphandle kokuphazamisa ekwakuthi communalism thina as amaZulu sasithi ukwananelana yabona awukwazi ukulala ungenawo itiye or bowudinga usawuti uthola ukuthi awukwazi uya kwamakhelwane uyocela yabona bakulekelele. But Bongani yini ezongenza ukuthi ngivotele iShiluva out of all ama organizations akhona?
Over and above ukuhluka kwe-ideology yethu, the second part is where we are focusing a lot. Number one, usizi labantu abasha. Usizi labantu abasha affects every home. Abazali bamfundisa umntwana abuya angasebenzi. Makangasebenzi angene kwidakamizwa, angene otshwaleni, angene in things ezochitha ikusasa lakhe. So abazali bethu are maintaining abantwana babo ababafundisile kumele ngaba economically viable manje. So abazali bethu babuka imizi yabo ukuthi angeke ikhule, angeke ivuke imizi yabo ngenxa yesimo esiphila kuso manje. So thina masiza nento eyodwa, the most important thing we think we must rescue abantu abasha ngento ebizwa i-conscription. Conscription means ukuthi sobafaka in the South African Defence Force in the military. Ukuthi yes, so thina asingabazi ngale, asithi we will wait ukuthi umnotho ukhule wenze no. The longer we leave young people babe maphara badla ama-drugs badla amanyawupe, the worse off it becomes for our generation and the generation ezayo, ngoba konke lokho kwenzeka ukudestroya i-household yomuntu omnyama, the family unit yomuntu omnyama, ukuthi of the next generations kuzoba yizinto nje kwamaphepha ezingana grounding, ezingazi nokuthi umndeni abivikela kanjani nesizwe sakubo sivikela kanjani. So for us, the most important thing is to get young people in the military with conscription. Kungabi ne-requirement ukuthi no matric or matric abasuke bonke ekuhlaleni bayiswe in the military bases. Sizokwandisa i-military. I-military has been a department nationally by under-investor all these years. That's why ubona namhlanje we can't manage our borders, and that's why sometimes some of these military bases zihleli notshalini biyakhula yikho into ekwazi ukwenzeka when a country protects itself through its military might. So the first thing for us is conscription, which speaks to strengthening the military and ensuring that we can train our people. Mabalaphayana sokha amadoda ke lapha ku-military. Sizosusa yonke lento abangayiphahle idakamizwa engaphakathi, umzali abona umntana kahamba ayiphara abuye sokumnumzana abonakala ukuthi nengqondo iphapheme manje ukuthi uzokwazi ukuba a positive contributor in the society. Number two, we need to revisit the issue of amakhosi and government. Mele kube nento enziwayo ukuthi sishintshe umthetho wethu ukuthi amakhosi akwazi ukuphatha uhulumeni or izwe lethu with ama-politicians.
I think ishayile inetwork sayidini laBongani because ngathi usethe umnyamalala again. Bongani subuyile.
Sengibuyile.
Hold on. Baloyi leader Xiluva eke yaba laphana mayor Midval 2 terms ena 24 years. Ngicabanga ukuthi wenza umsebenzi omuhle useziqalele i-organization yakhe manje abathi iShiluva. Ngiyalithanda leli gama, uthe yimbali-ke. It's a nice name. Ngiyalithanda, hopefully uzathola ama-elections, uzathola ama-votes azomfaka laphana entweni eParliament. Jabe bonke balindele ukuthi bangene eParliament. But it's been real, folks. I enjoyed myself to the fullest with this interview. Don't you dare do what I wouldn't do. If you do it, take pictures.